bombs. And bombs are probably the least interesting to get. They might as well get a sword.
Right. Well, it seems we've gotten the final countdown, and we're going to be getting this show on the road just a few minutes.
And a few minutes, we are off right now. Uncle does not have a sword on him, so he will not have a sword in the escape. Big 20 to start off. As both our runners make their way up to the escape side pit.
We will certainly see once they fall down the hole into Uncle's tunnel what the first item will be. Bent glass tube is going to be in there first, and we get the fire rod.
All right, this is not a particularly difficult one. If you don't just kind of fire off willy-nilly, you'll have no problem keeping the magic up through the entire escape. Only trouble is that it makes bomb fishing a little bit difficult, as you see Songleaves trying to fish for a little bit of bombs, knowing that they're the automatic magic upgrades, refills I should say, in those first two pots.
Yes, we at the back of escape, you still need to bomb to get the 3 chests there, so our runners are going to be trying to farm at least 1 bomb to be able to get through those and don't have to come back into Hyrule Castle at all unless you have to go face Aga 1.
Alright, if you make our way up to the side, still bomb fishing from Songleaves, no luck. Bentglasstube trying to use a pot to farm bombs, still no luck either. You want a bomb, you want a bomb not just for that first room, but you want a couple of bombs so you don't have to worry about the Kakariko village. Many more opportunities to get one, but it would save an awful lot of time if you just get an 8 drop here.
As you can see, the runners are still trying to fish for those bombs. We've had no bomb drops yet.
Well, Bentglasstube taking a bit longer to try to get more bombs. These racers are 1-on-1, in case you're joining us.
Yep. Now, in standard mode, the dungeon items are still in their respective dungeons. And in the Hyrule Castle escape, there's just a small key and a map. The big key is on the ball and chain guard, and since we found both the small key and the map, we know the rest of the chests along the escape sequence will contain items.
And when we say dungeon items, we're talking about our compass, map, big key. The items that are ordinarily in the dungeon can be, other than those, can be completely randomized.
Right.
Oh, and all small keys, of course.
And
big
just big
in the basement chest.
Yep. Now, Songleaves is going to have to be careful because you have to kill the rat in the sewer to get the small key there, and he's only got about enough magic left for 1 shot.
I'm not 100% sure he has that. I think he does. He probably has 1 shot exactly, but without half magic, it's a little rough.
While we're watching both of our runners come back, I do have to say, since everyone was talking about fire puns, my girlfriend likes it when I send her the links to the races I commentate, so when she asked for it, she said she wanted the link to the past.
Oh, we'll just let that hang in the air for a while. This is Rando After Dark. So the jokes are going to come in fast and furious.
Alright, so Songleaves is into the escape and gets the...
Yeah, there are multiple magic refills down here.
Yep, so you will certainly have enough magic to get that shot on the rat.
Still no bombs. Man, that's really kind of rough. Dropped a fairy, but didn't drop a bomb.
And we got 10 arrows in the Dark Sewers chest. Songleaves has got to be careful. He needs to save that magic for that key. Adderheart's saying that rats and snakes drop no bombs. The thing is, with this being randomizer, the randomizer has a setup to where bombs and arrows will drop. So in the vanilla game, you are right. They won't drop them. In the randomizer, that it is certainly possible.
In fact, I don't believe any enemies drop bombs in the vanilla. Not even the guards in the escape. Not that it matters. There's no category where you don't want to open that door outside of randomized. No bombs anywhere.
Nope. So the only...
They're both out of gas, yeah.
Yeah, so the only benefit is...
Oh, come on!
The bombs were in the sanctuary chest!
That's evil.
Wow.
That's what's called cruel and unusual punishment here. Also, that joke earlier was also cruel and unusual punishment.
We have 5 arrows from the tree poles. Now we're gonna see what the bush crabs have to offer. And there's
Bombs.
more bombs!
Boy, oh boy. Alright, well, at least you don't have to go buy bombs from the shop, I guess.
Alright, let's see what we have on the lumberjack ledge. It is the power glove!
Oh my god! Alright, so that makes Aghanim almost certainly required. I don't know what situation you can get where you don't need the gold gloves.
There isn't, because you need the Titan's Mitts to get to Dark Death Mountain and Ganon's Tower. We have to get both glove upgrades.
Yep, that's absolutely true.
The troll on this seed... Well, at least it gives us the lamp.
Like an early lamp, but which is necessary because you gotta do Aghanim. Aghanim would not be in logic without the lamp, of course. It's a good way to tell, actually, whether you need to do Aghanim or not. If you don't get a lamp very quickly, it's usually unusual to have to do Aghanim.
Yep, so... Because this is an Agra-required seed, we have the lamp, and the other 2 requirements are we either need to find the Master Sword or the Fighter Sword and a cape.
And I will say, everyone's saying this is going to be a slow troll seed. That is not necessarily true. Just an Aghanim run doesn't make it a very, very slow seed. Everything else can be lined up really nicely for a still sub 130 seed. Heading into Blind's hut.
Yep, we'll see what 4 items we have here. Starting it off, we have triple bombs.
Of course.
There's the other power glove.
Here's a sword. Boy, is the seed suddenly dropping a lot of bombs.
Alright, so now that we have that power glove, it is possible that we will get Dark World access, but there's no guarantee. We're gonna need those Titan's Mitts, so it's, we are gonna be facing Aga. It doesn't necessarily mean that that is our way into the Dark World.
Yeah, at this point, you're going to have a hammer to get to most of Dark World.
Alright. I missed the first chest. I saw we had a piece of heart.
Yeah, there's nothing significant.
Alright, we had a heart container, a 10 bomb upgrade, and a 5 arrow upgrade, so, well, nothing much there.
Nothing doing in the well. We still have the salesman here, who will take our 100 rupees and give us back 50.
It's a 50% return on investment.
Yeah, he kind of had a rough quarter. Bit of a chicken dance there for Songleaves.
And there's 50 bucks in the chicken hut.
Oh, because that's where the salesman hid his money. Cannot check the sick kid. No bottle yet. And 300 rupees. We're okay on rupees for a while.
Yep. In fact, we're really close to Zora money.
Yeah, just another 25. No math check yet. Don't know where any of the crystals are. Songleaves checking the borders, and in the borders is the magic cape.
Okay.
Oh wow.
The seed
boy.
continues to troll.
Songleaves, is gonna just go ahead and run it and do the race.
Yeah, normally I do this. I will just blind check it because I'd rather. It's 50 bucks. I'd rather take the time. I'd rather take the time to just guess it rather than to walk over, see that it is something, and then take the time to walk all the way back through it.
Let us be clear, the boots do not need to be free. There could be a sword upgrade, and that will be just as good as boots for getting us to Aghanim. And Songleaves is going to go clean up the basement of the escape.
Yep, now that we have all those bombs that the seed was holding back on us.
C3 opens and a save and quit.
Alright, we got more bombs, 5 arrow upgrade, and a bloomerang.
The worst boomerang, in spite of what you might have heard. No, there's no... Cape is not necessarily required. The boots might be in Gan's tower for all we know. They need a sword upgrade or that cape. And we're going to get a Southern Hyrule check. They are almost neck and neck at this point. Bentglasstube has not checked the graveyard.
Alright, so we've seen just a piece of heart, and now we're going to see what happens when you drain the swamp. And there's your boots!
There are your boots, and I was just pointing out, boots can't be in Gan's tower. They actually also lock the gold gloves.
Yep, you need those boots to get there.
Yeah, cape may not be required still. But cape is now totally gettable, so.
As well as that means we have Aghanim access at this point.
Do you dive right now?
Well, let's see what we got here first. Triple bombs, piece of hearts.
Boy,
there's the moon pearl.
They are
5 bomb upgrade. Yeah, we got some sync going on here. To answer your question, now that we got the moon pearl, yes, I do. I go for Ice Rod Cave, get that item there, and then I make a beeline for Aghanim now that I can do it, and I know that once I get the Titan's Mitts, that's Dark World access.
You know, with 525 rupees and a Moon Pearl, I wouldn't be surprised if they fake Flipper first.
That would certainly be an option on Songleaves' portion. Bentglasstube, unfortunately,
no, he's still short.
Doesn't have enough yet.
And you want those gold gloves as fast as you can.
Yep, just a piece of heart in Ice Rod Cave. And I imagine if Songleaves didn't save and quit right here, he probably is going to go fake Flipper.
Bentglasstube is not. He's going to go get his cape. Maybe. Yes. Oh, he pulled off. Wow, I haven't seen this in a while. He pulled off the Jesus walk. That's a really hard trick to pull off.
All right, so for those of well, let's do the two items we got here, and then we'll explain what we just saw for anyone new. We got 20 rupees, and there's an ice rod.
That's a nice rod.
All right, so normally the fake flipper glitch is what most runners will do, where if you are on the last pixel before the screen transition, the game will think you're flippering as you it will get past this transition to flipper. We'll see what lesson Zora has today.
It's not being pointed out. It's not actually a hard trick. It's pretty easy to pull off. It's just to have the specific items at that moment. It's not easy.
You basically need the boots and the Moon Pearl, and you need to jump in a specific way such that glitch occurs where you can just walk on the water. We kind of expressed excitement over it because that is normally a thing you don't see a lot of runners do. A lot of them will just do the fake flipper. So that's why we were getting a little excited for it, because it's rare. There's more money in the Blanc Rocks.
And by the way, after all that, Zora get you 20 rupees back on 500 rupees. And hid most of them in those Blanc Rocks. Oh, Bentglasstube is going to opt to climb Death Mountain.
You can certainly do it. I mean, it's in logic, I should say.
You can't get too much right now, though. You can only get the old man and one of the chests at Spectacle Rock. Get the save and quit point, but...
Where's Songleaves headed?
Where is Songleaves headed? He does not realize he doesn't have the hammer. Oh, you want the magic? Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yep. He has the fire rod. He wants the magic. All right. Oh, Bentglasstube died. Uncle, so he will only go back to where he picked up the uncle.
Yes, as you see.
Not a very big time loss.
Songleaves is actually getting that cape.
Correct. The other thing is, it's pointed out in chat, he needs the magic cape. Oh, and the Master Sword on the old man.
Alright, and now Songleaves has that cape. He's going straight for Aghanim.
Alright. Yep, Songleaves going in for Aghanim. Bentglasstube's trying to pull off a spin dash. See if he got it. He did! It's harder than it looks.
We have a piece of heart, and he's not even bothering with checking inside Spectacle Rock. He's just going for it.
No real harm in doing this. It's a piece of heart.
It's a piece.
I am surprised he has not saved and quit.
There he goes.
We have no idea where any of the pendants or crystals are, by the way.
Nope, no one's done a map check yet. bentglasstube is actually going to go check the hospital's closet.
So I think what happened there with the music was the death caused a very strange interaction with the music to make it shut off.
Yeah. Let's see what we got here in the closet. We have a piece of heart. We have $5 and $20. I've actually had that happen to me once when I was in Skullwoods. I think it was I got wall mastered. It like just when I was like falling into a pit, and I had the same thing happen where I lost the music and it didn't get back until like I went to Mothula and it realized, oh, I need to change the music to the boss music. So we have a little bit of divergence here. We've got Songleaves going straight for Aghanim because we know Titan's Mitts is in Lumberjack Cave. And bentglasstube is heading into Eastern, which, based on the music, we know is a crystal dungeon.
Yeah, but with no bow, it's not going to matter right now. I don't know if I love this play by bentglasstube. This is pretty early to be running this in. Especially when you know that there are gold gloves sitting there waiting for you.
Yeah, I would say under usual circumstances where you're trying to figure out where your progression is, I would totally endorse this. The thing is here, we know what gets us to the Dark World. We know like where that progression is. And, you know, who knows? It could end up paying off because there could be a progression item here that bentglasstube finds. We won't know until we see what's in the chest. Like silver arrows.
Early silver arrows can make up some of that gap. Race is obviously far from over. Just bentglasstube is taking riskier strats.
Yep. All right, how many blue balls do you think we're gonna have? I'm gonna guess 4. There's one to start.
I will say 2. I'm gonna say this is gonna be nicer.
All right, well there's your 2. Here's the required lightning.
Next one will definitely be a Nord shot. That's all 3 items from Eastern. If bentglasstube got the flute or something really early, it would be nice.
Alright, there's 3. And looks like bentglasstube is heading for Magina's Cave.
Yes, he is. He cannot get into Desert Palace. Does he not realize he needs to do Aghanim? Did he not check?
4 and 5.
And 6.
6. I don't remember. There's
And
7.
He might have not checked. He didn't check, then he wouldn't know. He wouldn't know. He's gonna check every other item before he gets to Aghanim.
All right, so we have the official blue ball count at 7, as Songleaves takes Aga down. Our tracker, It's a Dumo, is pointing out that bentglasstube did in fact see that that's what it was. We see just a big 20. We see the hook shot on the pyramid ledge.
That's really nice. No, the chat is confirming, and I believe them. He 100% checked, so I'm guessing he wants to just clear out the Light World stuff he can clear up before he goes, but he's still running
The only thing I can think of, the runners do not want to do Aghanim. He probably knows that it's required. He may be looking for that hammer in the hopes that he doesn't have to do... Yeah. But at this point, we pretty much know, not only is it how you get the Titan's Mitts, that's how you get Dark World access.
And he got him.
Songleaves has got him, and that's officially Dark World access for Songleaves. What's interesting is we're 25 minutes in, and we still have not seen a map check.
I'm wondering if he thinks, like for the brief moment I did, that maybe gold gloves aren't required.
We'll have to ask him if we get an interview with him. We had someone asking earlier about the music in the dungeons. So in the standard and open modes, the music matches what the prize is for the dungeon. If it's a pendant dungeon, it's a light world dungeon music. If it's a crystal, it's the Dark World dungeon music. There is a mode called Key Sanity, which is where all the dungeon items are mixed in with items in the rest of the world, and any dungeon item can be anywhere in order to match the logic. In that mode, the audio is completely random. You cannot base what the dungeon has based on what the music is.
Alright, bentglasstube at long last going to be heading into Aghanim. Songleaves getting a successful hook dash, as when you use the hook shot and the boots at the same frame while you're climbing a manual ladder. It'll just keep the boot speed. Songleaves with the hook shot going to be able to complete much more of Death Mountain and Dark Death Mountain.
Yeah, pretty much. The only thing is, he's not going to be able to do Spike Cave, because with the cape, you either need... The cape doesn't have enough magic to get all the way through. You either need a bottle, or you need half magic.
Well, most importantly, he needs the hammer. You can't even set foot in Spike Cave without the hammer.
Well, there's that. Alright, let's start off Paradox Cave. Slide bomb upgrade, $50.
Cave is of course called Paradox Cave because you fall up. The exit you fall down into is higher up on the mountain than the place you fall from.
Alright, we have a B-Torp, we have $50. We have $20. We have a 5-arrow upgrade, and we have $300.
Songleaves no longer needs to collect one more rupee. He already has Sora. You only need 110 to get into Pod.
Plus the money for the digging game, as well as the big bomb for the Fat Fairy fountain, if that is going to be needed.
Yeah, see what's on the island. Just a big 20, so you can totally ignore that.
We have certainly found our fair share of money, but not a lot of health so far.
No, and no defensive items on top of it. No mails. Not even a paper plate shield.
Well, there's Sank Heart.
It's being pointed out to me, you do need money for chest and digging game, but generally you get that money back, at least from the digging game, and it's we're talking about another 100 rupees flat, actually.
Ooh, bentglasstube is taking a death.
Yeah, but we'll put him at the start of the... Ooh, yeah, it's a bad place to take a death. Songleaves going to do the Super Bunny Cave, so named because this is the one cave in the Dark World that you can do as the bunny.
We got 2 items here. 4 items in Hookshot Cave. There's the blue mail.
And the flute. So the flute's gonna give access to the mire area right away.
Yeah, the only thing is we can get into mire, but until we find the Cane of Samaria, we can't clear it.
Nope, it's free chests.
We got Quake on Turtle Rock, so vanilla Quake to get into Turtle Rock. We haven't done a map check yet, so we still don't know if Turtle Rock is a crystal or a pendant dungeon.
Haven't done a random map check yet.
Alright, 20 bucks in Hookshot Cave to start. Another 20 bucks. There's a heart. And triple bombs.
That's gonna do it for Death Mountain. Really, a very stingy Death Mountain. We get the flute out of it, pretty much.
So, how you feeling about a 7 Hearts Blue Mail Mothula fight?
Blue mail makes me feel not bad about it. What I'm feeling first, you should do a map check, and there is one. We have the green pendant on Hera and the blue pendant on Desert Palace, and a minor crystal on the eastern.
And Songleaves is going to activate that flute. So that pretty much means Cane of Samaria will have to be required, because with only 1 pendant dungeon in the Dark World, and Mire and Turtle Rock both requiring Cane of Samaria, we are going to need to find it. Pretty much means we certainly are going to need the bow. We're probably going to need 1 medallion. Sick Kid giving you some blue goo.
Now I feel really good about doing Mothula.
Yeah.
Now you don't even have to conserve magic walking up to him. So we need the bow, we need at least 1 medallion, we need Cane of Samaria, we're gonna need the hammer, and maybe mirror if swamp is required. We don't know if swamp is required just yet. Chat bringing up a good point. Actually, Volton Zenola, if Sick Kid has medicine, why is he still sick? It's the wrong kind of medicine. Alright, I'm gonna level with you. The blue goo is mostly just rum.
True. Alright, we got a piece of heart starting Skullwoods. There's a big key. So we know that there are 2 items based on the fact that there's 3 small keys and the 3 dungeon items. So 8 locations, 6 dungeon items. We know we are only going to find 2. One of them is the piece of heart, and we're still looking for the other one.
So you have to do the slow version and check this next chest. No Cane of Samaria.
Now, Songleaves has heard the music going on, so he'll know if this is a crystal dungeon or not. We'll find out either via map check or whenever bentglasstube goes in. And, yep, Mire is the other pendant dungeon. Swamp and Turtle Rock are your 5-6 crystals today.
If I'm not mistaken, this particular setup, this could very easily be a pedestal seed.
All right, well let's think about this. So, Hera, you either so desert. If book is how you are meant to get there, book can't be on the pedestal. if mirror could see. Here's the thing: we really don't know because both Desert and Hera have 2 ways in, and both of those ways basically could or could not mean the mirror or the hammer can or can't be on the pedestal.
Right. Unless Meyer is also Quake. Quake could very easily be on the pedestal. The flippers could easily be on the pedestal.
We do know the King of Samaria can't be because of the fact that you need it for Meyer. Alright, $20 is the other item in Skullwood, so we found those. And with this being Crystal Dungeon, Songleaves is obviously gonna go take on Mothula. Oh, you know what? Wait, no, you don't need the mirror to get to Meyer.
You do not.
I was about to say, that's what I was thinking.
You do need the mirror to get to Swamp Palace along with the flippers, and those can both be on there. The hammer could very well be on there, and that would be particularly evil.
Yeah, someone was pointing out in chat. So the randomization with AGA 1, the pattern is the same for both because this is a race, and this is meant for racing. It's going to be the same pattern, so that way the RNG doesn't favor one runner over the other. bentglasstube gets those Titan's mitts as Songleaves is heading into Mothula.
Get the spinning. Oh, we're gonna see B strats.
So far, that B is knocking. There's one hit.
And that B is gone. So wondering why his magic's not draining. It's because he was grabbing onto something. Magic doesn't actually drain when you do that.
Nope, that's a glitch with the cape. And Mothula is burned to death by the fire rod. We get the map. And the first crystal of the game at 37 minutes.
Bow could be on pedestal too, sure. Really nicely done, Mothula.
Yes. Very nicely done indeed. All right. So I imagine Songleaves. Well, he has a cape. He can certainly go check Bumper Cave.
He does have that, and I wonder if he's going to do that. He is.
Just a piece of heart there.
With no mirror, there's nothing else to check on this side, so he'll head on down to the Village of Outcasts, get his 3 items, then head into Thieves Town, which is in fact a crystal.
And is certainly completable with everything except the big chest, because that is blocked by the hammer. Starting off with the big 20 in the C-shaped house.
We have to be running out of those.
I mean, there is 28 of them in the game.
I think we must have seen at least 10 of them so far. At least.
Alright, 10 arrow, 5 bomb upgrade. That 10 arrows is just random. It's not an actual in the item pool.
He's not going to check the bottom hut before going into Thieves Town. It's a good rally decision. You're just going to regret it if say, the temperature was in there.
Got the big key to start. Now, the big key is... Because the big key door is in the in one of the first 4 rooms of the game, that big key has to be in one of those. Now, we also have that small key that is needed to get to the big chest.
It's never the most encouraging when you get that small key early on when you don't want to get to the big chest.
All right, we have the Arrow of Destiny in the 3rd one, so that's 1 item down. Triple Bombs is the 2nd one, so there's 2 more left.
I like that name, the Arrow of Destiny.
People like to say that that's the final arrow that you shoot into Ganon before you finish him off.
People say a lot of things.
This is true.
Getting the key out of that first pot. This is a dungeon that I can't. It's very rare as a seed where you will not wander into Thieves Town. Even just to check those first 4 chests, because it's so quick. And the hammer!
So, we don't have to worry about that big chest, because there's the hammer.
Big find. It opens up a lot.
Yep, that will get us... Ooh, Songleaves taking a death.
And with no fairy, that will be back to start.
Bentglasstube gotta be careful, though, because he's down to 1 heart also. He's got green mail, and like Songleaves having blue.
It's a particularly painful one because that's a long way back to where you need to be there. Dying in that top floor really stinks.
Yeah, you have to go back and you have to hit the blue switch.
And if bentglasstube isn't careful, he might face the same fate. This is where you wish you had the powder. So there's all sorts of rabbit magic in there. Or just a fairy, just drops, whatever.
That works too.
Yep, as pointed out in the chat, the stun pack today is 10 arrows. Not a terribly useful one.
Alright, so there's the compass, so we know blind is going to have an item as well as the crystal. Regardless of what weapon you use, it's 3 hits per phase on blind. Every hit does one bit of damage.
Just announced that Maya requires either Quake or Bombos.
Ether, Quake, or Bombos.
Ether, Quake. Oh, it's a I always thought that was a clue, and I didn't realize it was a joke the whole time.
Nope. And down goes blind. $5 and a crystal. Yeah, you think it's saying either, but then you notice there's no I there.
Yeah, I don't really read it too closely usually because I'm, racing this.
Yeah, there is that.
I'll say kudos to the writer of that. They 100% got me.
Bentglasstube has got to be careful. He gets it.
Oh, another B.
That's 3 bottles there.
Alright, this is the Hammer Dash tutorial. Fun little glitch for Zelda 1.0. If you use a Y item at the same time you dash, you'll use both at once.
Yep. And it makes Peg Cave really simple for more money.
Which Songleaves thought about picking up, realizing he absolutely does not need it.
I think that's one of the few times I've ever seen a runner bypass 300 bucks.
Ah, you already turned in Zora and you have 880 rupees. Songleaves wisely doing the digging game first. If you have either the blacksmith or the chest with you, the digging game will not work.
Alright. Let's see how many digs we got today. 6 for a heart container. Meanwhile, Bentglasstube is going to rescue Jeremiah the Bullfrog, and looks like we're going to take him on a little tour.
I think it's going to be a short... Oh, no mirror, yeah. So he's going to be a good friend of ours for a while.
Songleaves is going to take him down the south route. Going to go visit old Stumpy, and probably go see what's in Hype Cave. Half magic.
Always nice.
Songleaves doing that map check and seeing what dungeons are available, or what dungeons he's gonna need to complete.
Yeah, there are so many items outstanding. This has a good chance of being an actual Hype Cave.
Oh, let's see. First item we got Tempered Sword.
That's a good start.
We got a 5-bomb upgrade, Red Nail.
What?
There's the Cane of Samaria and 10 arrows.
Cane of Samaria and a sword upgrade and a mail upgrade. Yeah, that's hype enough. Let's call it a Hype Cave.
Certainly. Alright, someone asking why Songleaves has more items than Bentglasstube. Songleaves has been up to Death Mountain and has checked both Light and Dark World Death Mountain. Bentglasstube has not done that yet.
And his brother will sing Joy to the World as he is returned.
And for bringing his brother back home, we get the Ether Medallion. Songleaves,
gonna fake.
Is this for Ice Palace?
For Ice Palace. He's gonna fake flipper into Ice Palace. He can do the entire thing.
Having a little trouble setting up that fake flipper, though. And he was the one that was able to do that Jesus walk earlier, so surprising that he didn't just do that.
It could be a little finicky.
Oh, here's why he's got to do hobo. He couldn't get to hobo while Jesus walking.
Nope. You have to swim over that bridge. Song has, in fact, done all of Zora area. So he will not need to go back there.
We know the ice rod is in the waterfall cave, and Zora has a life lesson for us today.
Just a piece of heart at the hobo.
Alright, so Antisem is saying that you can, in fact, Jesus walk to hobo, you just can't Jesus walk back.
And it's much, much faster to just go through all Zord while we're walking.
And in fact, Songleaves is going to sequence break into Ice Palace. This is a sequence break because we don't have the flippers. This isn't Crystal Dungeon, so we have to complete it, but whatever items we get here are going to be out of logic. It is going to assume, the logic assumes you need the flippers first before you would get any of the items here. And just a small key to start.
I understand the logic here. There's no other dungeons that you can do right now. To completion, at least. So, instead of just double dipping in dungeons, why not do all of Ice Palace? Maybe you'll catch a break and a later sequence item, like a bow or something, will be in here.
Yeah. Because really, at this point, you could dip into pod, but you're locked out of the bow lock portion, and you need the bow to go beat Helmassar. You could do Hera, but it's a pendant. You could do Meyer, but it's a pendant. Somewhere, a suboptimal location realistically is going to have the next progression. Although chat pointing out, no, Turtle Rock would be completable if we found Quake.
Yeah, we need to be able to walk in there first. Songleaves is making good use of the Ice Palace bomb jump, probably one of the most important tricks to speedrunning this game. Which is saving a lot of this dungeon.
It is certainly the first thing I learned when I started speedrunning.
Little less important to randomize than it is in NMG or 100% or something. Just because you probably do have to go back and get these chests.
Alright, well, we found 2 of the items. It's just 10 arrows and 10 bombs, so only 1 item left. And once Songleaves finds it, because you don't need the big key to get to Cold Stare, Songleaves could just go mode right there. Or find the big key there and, well, you know. We're gonna get a King's Tomb check from bentglasstube. I don't think we saw Songleaves check that. But this is a 5 bomb upgrade, so no big deal. Zaphod, the ice rod that Bent is missing is in Waterfall of Wishing. Bent glass tube did not sequence break for it.
Songleaves is gonna head the back way down to the iced tea room.
And there's the third item. It's a piece of heart. Songleaves just has to go straight for cold stare.
Good time for a refill too.
All right, Ben Class 2 making the play for Death Mountain. We'll see if he goes Dark World and gets the flute while he's here.
So at this point, I think the pedestal is narrowed down to bow, flippers, and Quake.
It could be mirror, because you can get to Hera with the hammer.
That's very true, and you can get the book. You might get the book before them.
Yeah.
We don't know about that. It could also be, of course, the fetch quest items, leading to one of the necessary ones.
All right. Well, we're gonna get cold stare out of the ice cage, and Songleaves manages to put cold stare in the corner. And very quick work on cold stare. So that sequence break didn't really find anything for Songleaves, but it being a crystal dungeon, it was going to have to be done at some point. The only thing is Songleaves did it almost full clear that dungeon, where it is possible that maybe Bent Glass Tube saves it and just go modes it once he's in go mode.
Yeah, that would be a big time save. I believe Songleaves is heading up to Hera right now. Nope. Just saved and quit out.
Gonna restock on potions with all that money that he has.
Everyone seems to forget that you can restock on a red potion elsewhere. Namely, there's a cave in the Dark World on the way up to the top of Dark Drift Mountain that will sell you a red potion for 150 rupees.
Alright. Meanwhile, Songleaves is gonna make the play on Pod.
Yeah, this could be a very quick check, but he has also not checked Eastern, so I imagine he'll do that as well. He'll get his silver arrows.
Basically, we have access to one chest. If that one chest does not have a small key, then we're locked out because we need the bow to get said small key.
You know, he might have been buying a red potion instead of the potion glitch.
But Songleaves is going to pay off Kiki the Extortionist, and into Pod we go. Alright, but there's a small key, so we don't need to worry about that for now.
Yeah, no need to do a potion glitch.
I mean, you may do the potion glitch if you want to check those two items without the bow, but that potion glitch ain't gonna help you get into Helmassar.
Nope. Only helps on the basement guys.
And that is actually what Songleaves is gonna do. He's still gonna do that potion glitch. So for those of you that don't know what the potion glitch is, you drink a potion and that in here, and that basically resets the room such that you can basically walk the mimics around, but that He drank the potion in the wrong place.
Yeah, he's got another shot at it, but
Gonna try it with the blue one he just bought. And there we go. So now you just walk the mimics off the screen. And the door opens.
Yep.
Now again, that potion glitch, it helps here, but you're still gonna need the bow for Helmasar. There is no way around it.
Gets the 4th bottle and a green potion.
So a magic-only potion for drinking a life and magic potion. Alright, we're gonna get a spike cave check on bentglasstube's side. Songleaves has not done that, but that was because he didn't have half magic or the hammer at that time.
This could be incredibly significant. This could actually shift the race pretty significantly if this winds up being either mirror or book or flippers. One of the progression items. And it's none of those.
$100. All right, we got butter in pod.
Butter sword with only 3 dungeons complete, and red mail.
Certainly going to make the rest of the seed very, very easy. You could almost say it would be butterly smooth from here. Alright, enough with the puns. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point, to honor Hyrule, we ask that you join us in the playing of the national Swag Duck Anthem.
You may be seated. As we continue on here, Songleaves in the dark room, getting a heart container. Down to 3 hearts, however. No potions as he burned all of them on the potion glitch. Well, it has a green. But he's trying to take a deft warp so we can get those 2 chests in the basement.
Alright, bentglasstube is gonna make his way over to Skullwoods. So far, I mean, look, I'm never gonna say no to Butter Sword, but I haven't really found much in Pod yet.
Well, now we did. That is the flippers.
There's the commentator's blessing for you.
That will clean up. Well,
that puts Swamp Palace into play.
No, it doesn't.
Oh yeah, mirror's a thing. It's still a thing.
So it actually doesn't do that much.
It basically puts the sequence broken Ice Palace that Songleaves did into play.
You certainly need the flippers, and it's nice to see them. It's one less item that can be on the pedestal.
Looks like we're gonna see Songleaves head to Eastern, which we know the Silver Arrows is there, and that's pretty much it.
Yep.
So at this point, Pod is gonna bust. Well, Songleaves, I thought Songleaves was gonna go there,
He's
but
gonna head to the mire shed.
yeah. Well, I missed what was on what we need for Meyer.
Here, look at it.
While you do that, we got 20 bucks in the Meyer shed as well as the
and
mirror.
The mirror.
Chat confirming it is Vanilla Ether also. So Vanilla Ether and Vanilla Quake.
Songleaves picking up the mirror. We are running out of items that can be required for the pedestal.
And now that puts Swamp Palace into play.
But no reason to check quite yet. Oh, that totally opens up Swamp Palace.
Yep.
Yep. So that should be the next play for Songleaves. Forget everything else. The only item still eligible for the pedestal is the bow.
We still need that Quake medallion for Turtle Rock.
And Quake, I'm sorry, yes.
And actually, for those hoping for a pedestal seed, interesting point here. The only dungeons we have access to because of that bow are pendant dungeons after Swamp. So if we don't find bow or Quake medallion in Swamp Palace, we're gonna have to start doing pendant dungeons.
We're being well pointed out that there's probably not going to be anything in Swamp Palace progression. Namely, the bow can't be in here. The flippers were in the bottom of the pit, so the logic can't assume that you'll get the right combination of keys, nor that you'll do the bottle glitch. So that was technically locked behind the bow.
Interesting.
This dungeon will not contain the bow. It could contain Quake, so you do still need to check all the chests.
I mean, this is a crystal dungeon still, so it does need to be completed. But you're right. I mean, it is looking less likely like the bow could be there. Got $5 to start. Alright, chat bringing up a good point, though. Because the first key was in that chest... Let me think about this. You can't use a key in the bow lock portion. You can only use that key on the front door without the bow. And then you could just drop right down there and get the flippers. So, chat is right. It's not bow locked. Chat's got us covered.
Can't you technically burn every single key without going down there? Without having access to that final key? You can go down towards Helmasaur and open that door. There's nothing stopping. Oh no, you can't. You need the bow to get there. Yep. Okay.
Right.
So no, you're right. It's not bow locked.
In order to do it that way, you have to have the bow.
So no, that was that's correct. It's not bow locked. So the bow could be in this dungeon.
If you're hoping for a pedestal seed, you're not wanting to find a bow or a quake medallion in here. Bentglasstube trying to go to Hera and realizing, I kind of need that mirror in order to go this route. He could go through the hammer hookshot route, though. That, in fact, looks like what he's setting up for.
Sorry about that, everybody. This potion glitch is kind of a new one on us. So, we're kind of learning, trying to learn how the logic treats that.
Yeah, it was just introduced into this tournament. Well, the truth of the matter is that this is a no glitches tournament, which, I mean, the minor glitches are legal, major glitches are not, but the logic is no glitches.
Right, so we're trying to figure out logic without the glitch being there.
There's Bombos.
There's Bombos.
Won't need that today. And $20.
Where's bentglasstube going?
I don't know, to be quite honest.
Can't get into Turtle Rock. He already did Spike Cave.
And he's seen that Quake is there. He's killing Lionels for some reason. I honestly have no idea what bentglasstube is doing right now.
I think it's completely possible that he either has a problem with his tracking, as in he didn't hit it correctly, or he is just a little lost.
Either way, we found a mushroom and swamp palace and then a piece of heart. So, unless we find the item on Argus, swamp is going to come up a bust also.
Maybe he's trying. I think he's trying to do Hera, and he forgot he didn't have the mirror.
Songleaves making very quick work of those little mini bubbles with the butter sword. And down goes Argus as bentglasstube makes his way into Hera. There's the big key, so that item is on the
item
chest.
Outstanding. Yeah, do you walk back in here right now and check that? He will not.
Songleaves certainly isn't. I'm pretty sure I saw the map and the compass being found, so there is an item there.
Songleaves heading up north to start doing his mirror tricks.
Breakfold saying no. I'm pretty certain I saw map and compass, and then Argus had the big key. So I really believe there's an item in the big chest.
This is a big gamble because it takes a long time to get back there. Yeah, redo the whole flooding the damn thing. There is Quake at Tower of Hera.
Bentglasstube forgetting again that he doesn't have the mirror, or he's trying to decide what to do next.
Can he not do Quake now? Quake. He got Quake. Can he not do Turtle Rock now is what I meant to say.
Ice Rod is in Waterfall of Wishing.
That's correct. He has to go get that first. Really good chance the bow's gonna be in Turtle Rock.
Alright, down goes Trolldorm.
Songleaves gonna grab the chest and go do the world tour. But first, he's gonna do some fake powder.
Yeah, he's out of magic, so you start with a cane, and then as soon as on the first pixel of the cane animation, you switch to the mushroom, and the game thinks you're using powder.
And Songleaves pulls it off right away.
Magic Bat today has the D!
Oh my god!
Okay!
That's way out of logic too. You need to have the powder somewhere. You know what? So I think Songleaves is one Hera check from Go Mode.
He certainly is.
That will definitely wipe out the pedestal.
Yes, the pedestal is officially dead.
Now, maybe it's in logic it has the powder.
Yeah. The powder could be on the pedestal. Songleaves doesn't need to go get it. Songleaves is gonna head back to Pod. He can certainly combo Pod and Eastern here.
Yep.
We're gonna do Pod first.
Yeah, there's no real reason to do an extra transition and do Eastern first. I mean, we know for a fact what bentglasstube is doing is fruitless at this point.
I mean, the only way it could be prove fruitful is if the powder is here.
There's a decent chance Songleaves does not get the silver arrows.
Yeah.
It's in the right chest of Eastern, and well, no, he probably will get it because he doesn't know he's in go mode.
Oh, I think he knows he's in go mode.
He doesn't know where Quake is.
Oh, right.
So we're being asked what we mean by no major glitches. So glitches that allow you to sequence break without going out of bounds of the game are considered minor glitches. Things like fake flippers, fake powder, the potion glitch. They let you go a screen or two, and that's it. It's the same logic allowed in no major glitches in the normal speedrun. Here comes Songleaves at Helmasaur.
Yep, major glitches are basically things where you're able to basically traverse through walls and basically just completely break the logic of the game. Alright, just 10 arrows on Helmasaur.
There is a glitch mode that people do play. That does include major glitches.
Yeah, the settings on the randomizer, you set whether you want glitches required, well, not required, but basically considered by the logic. Because we're using no glitches, the logic can't make a sequence break be necessary, or a minor glitch be necessary in order to complete the game. So where this is basically coming into play is Songleaves did a minor glitch of fake powder in order to get the bow. The logic assumes you're gonna find the powder at some point, and that's what gets you the bow. Tadaru is asking, why does F equal RIP? It is from Call of Duty. Early on in the game, there is a cut scene where one of your compatriots is dead, and in the PC game, it tells you to press F to pay respects.
So for arrows for Songleaves, Songleaves now has the maximum amount of offensive weaponry. Some could say his power is maximum.
Maybe over 9,000?
Sure. There is the big key.
All right, so that, well, so actually, bentglasstube didn't do the dark room. We thought.
He had the lamp, so there's no.
Oh wait, I forgot the first item was in the front.
Right, so they had all three items in the big key. There's no need to do that dark room. Silver will make this armor's fight very, very, very easy.
Yep. Basically, one silver arrow to the face for one Armos Knight.
Bentglasstube, meanwhile, having a heck of a time in the dark room in Toruk.
All right, so that pretty much just leaves Turtle Rock for Songleaves. Well, except he's got to go to Hera to get the
Yes, it does.
Quake.
Yes, he does.
Just a big 20 for turning in the mushroom, and Bentglasstube gonna open the safety door.
If you're new to Link to the Past speedruns, and don't worry about so much about getting hung up in the glitches. It's really just kind of agreed upon so everyone has a fair race. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, this is a this sequence break. You don't have to know the glitches in order to perform well in this tournament. It's you can certainly get some wins in this tournament by not sequence breaking if you don't know how.
And Songleaves checking the wrong dungeons. Didn't give Bentglasstube a chance to catch up. But he's got a long way to go, and he's still playing around Turtle Rock.
So we have Swagnet on the torch. Which means either the big or small key is going to be here. And it's a small one. All right, there's the map. We know the big key is going to have to be here. So it's either going to be the compass or the last item on the big chest.
And the King of Burn. It's nice to have an item, but it's not what you're looking for.
Yeah, the important thing for Songleaves is we got to find that Quake medallion.
Oh, he's gonna dive into mire.
Certainly looks like it.
Yep. Bentglasstube is gonna walk away from Turtle Rock. That is probably a wise decision at this point.
And unfortunately, Bentglasstube is going to follow in Songleaves' footsteps.
He certainly seems like he's going to save Hera for last, just because he'll be up there anyway, I suppose. Well, there's the powder. That's in mire, so that now officially eliminates the pedestal.
Yep. So basically, the logic wants you to dip into mire to get the powder, and then use that powder to access Magic Bat to get the bow.
I wonder if Songleaves is going to finish this dungeon just because he's going to start getting worried that this is a pedestal seed.
He has to know this isn't a pedestal seed at this point, though.
But how would he have to know that? Quake could very easily be on the pedestal if he doesn't know where it is.
Well, either way, he's not doing Vitreous because he just found the second item.
It's a good bet, but he has no way of knowing this isn't the pedestal seed quite yet.
Yeah, I see your point, but clearly from Songleaves' actions, he's not worrying about that pedestal right now.
No. Yeah, this is the correct bet to make. This is when I usually screw up, where I get too conservative and start doing all the pedestal dungeons. Yeah, Songleaves will be in go mode in about 1 minute. That's probably why I did this in this order, just because he was in the area and didn't want to go check Hera, be wrong and have to come back down. While they're retracing each other's steps, I do want to give a shout out to our tracker tonight. It's Itsu Demo. Thank you very much. Without our tracker, we would be pretty hopelessly lost.
Certainly indeed. And at 1 hour, 32 minutes, and 28 seconds, Songleaves has officially entered go mode. Alright, so for those of you that may be new to our speed runs here on the Speed Gaming channel, there's going to be a little game we like to play. As Songleaves heads through Ganon's Tower, there are going to be 22 places where the big key for Ganon's Tower can be. If you can certainly participate in that game, but if you want to get on the leaderboard, you either have to be have at least a subscription to any of our Speed Gaming channels, or have donated 250 bits to one of our Speed Gaming channels. So if you would like to participate, please do so before Songleaves finishes off Trinex, because that's when we will start the guessing game. And for those of you getting your guesses in chat, we haven't started it yet, so you may want to hold on to those guesses.
Yep, this is the warning that if you want to participate, please do one of those things. Not quite sure where bentglasstube is trying to go. Maybe to pod?
I honestly think he's lost at this point.
I think he's just searching everything. Yeah, he's gonna go check catfish.
No, I think that hook shot is heading back to
oh no, you're right, yeah. No, he hasn't checked this spot yet. So he's still going through his progression of checks.
Yeah, this is the let's say a non-standard way of getting to Graveyard Ledge. Normally you would see people going over to Village of Outcasts first to get there. So basically the bunny sprite is a fox becoming a raccoon.
Yes. Songleaves opting not to go get that middle chest. I believe he already has the big key, so no need in go mode.
Yeah, because even if there was a small key there, you'd basically have to burn a small key to get a small key. So if you have the big key, that chest is unnecessary.
I don't know if Songleaves has a fairy or not, but he's a little low in health.
Gotta be careful.
There's a powder, so he can get out of it. There's the lonely rupee.
I'm trying to remember from bentglasstube's run of Turtle Rock. I'm trying to remember if that small key was on the big chest, or if it was on Laser Bridge.
Half a heart, but he'll get tube here. I think bentglasstube is heading to the Mimic Cave.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing that would make sense. He's done all of Turtle Rock.
This has turned somewhat into the seed from heck for bentglasstube, and we've all honestly been there.
Yeah. Certainly happens to the best of us.
Like if you were watching me earlier this week, I had my seed from heck in this round too, where I can't really do that many dark rooms, and all of a sudden I got a seed that almost demanded you do all the dark rooms.
We've all been there.
Yep.
All right.
Nicely done. Well, unless something goes wrong here, Song shouldn't have a huge problem with getting a sub 2.
No, he's got plenty of time. As Songleaves is making his way into Trinex.
Oh, whack by its tail there. You know why this boss is called Trinex?
Because it has 3 necks.
No, that's what his mother named him.
Okay, then. Alright, now you can get your guesses in for the big key guessing game. As Songleaves gets that 7th crystal, again, there are 22 locations where that big key can be in Ganon's Tower. And get your guesses in between 1 and 22. It will be Price is Right rules. Closest without going over. Ridley Dragon, what is your guess?
I guess the same thing every time. The first chest. I've
You know
yet to
what?
be right.
In honor of Infinity War being out today, being the 19th MCU movie, I'm gonna go 19. All right. And guessing is now officially closed. All right, let's start this off. Number 1, the book.
Oh, I lose.
Number 2, heart container. No small key, so we have to go right side. Or left side, I'm sorry. Small key was on the torch, number 3.
That
All
would
right,
be number
number
6.
That would be number 6. So the first sub or supporter to guess correctly was Adrianic Rick with number 6. Congratulations.
Always making short work of those 2 mimics. Or 2 mimic rooms, you should say.
Songleaves in the gauntlet at 1 hour and 43 minutes.
No real problem here.
Yeah, that butter sword is making quick work of all these enemies in all these treadmill rooms.
I'm having a little bit of trouble keeping his health up.
Songleaves is in the Lambo too. Having a little bit of trouble with those silver arrows. Very nice triple hit with the Cane of Samaria. And we're into floor 6.
We do apologize for the notification beeps. We can't seem to figure out how to get them off, so we'll just have to bear with us for a little bit. Oh, Songleaves takes a fall on Moldorm 2.
Getting trolled.
It'll tighten the race a little bit, but not quite enough.
No, unfortunately not. Alright, Songleaves is into Aga 2.
And I think Bentglasstube is going to make his way through Swamp Palace. Can easily clear it at this point.
Ooh, and
nice triple hit.
Yes. And down goes Aga 2 for Songleaves, and it is time for Ganon.
Alright, so Songleaves has a outside chance at a sub 150. 90 seconds with Buttersword and Silvers. I think it's doable.
It's certainly doable. He's got to be careful, though.
He's sitting on a green potion, so he can just go ahead and cave if he wants to. Oh, it's another cycle in phase 2.
Yeah, that might put him above 150.
Depends on how Ganon is with his teleports.
He gets the first one there into phase 3.
That's 2. Got 30 seconds. I think he's got a shot at this. Oh, Ganon being nice. Yeah, he's got a chance. Needs to get a double or two.
There's one. 10 seconds.
Ooh, he's got a shot.
There's
That's
a
3.
double. Nope, he's gonna be above 150.
It's gonna be 150.02 or so is when he kills Ganon. I forgot that there's another like 10 seconds after that.
Yeah, that won't be the official time. We just have to wait for Songleaves to get through the door. And Songleaves finishes with an official SRTV time of 1 hour, 50 minutes, and 19 seconds. Spam those GGs in chat.
Songleaves,
and yes, yes, Seed, we will be your friend.
And we have with us now for interview our winner, Songleaves.
Hi.
GG.
Congratulations.
So, when you woke up this morning, did you think that your fake powder glitch was going to be the way that you crack open this seed?
No clue.
How did you feel when the fake powder actually did lead to the bow?
So happy, and I was just thinking to myself, like, oh man, did my opponent do this? Like, where's the powder?
We can certainly confirm that bentglasstube has not.
Has he gone into Mire and found the powder?
No, he hasn't been to Mire yet. So, the seed was very trolly early on. It doesn't give you any bomb drops, but puts bombs in the sanctuary chests.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah,
And then immediately a million bombs in Kakariko.
And then you also found power glove upgrade on the lumberjack cave.
I was just really glad that I got the glove before all the way back through Escape the Long Way. So when I saw that glove on Aga, I was like, oh man, aren't I the long way?
Yeah, but I mean, the seed gave you a lamp early, and then it was, well, the cape being pedestal locked, but, I think you actually did go find the boots. Bentglasstube, on the other hand, actually went and got the Master Sword on, Death Mountain, and that's how he got into Aghanim.
It's playing into my thought process when I checked the ledge early on, whereas normally I pair it up with the graveyard ledge. Because I was thinking to myself, if the cape was just Aga required, then I wouldn't expect it necessarily to be that useful. But then when I saw that the Master Sword was already in the logic and you could have gone to Aga with the Master Sword, then I thought, well, maybe the magic cape a little bit more important.
Basically, it turned out to be useless.
It did. There's a lot of, like, logics that people have to try to, predict the seed, and I was using, actually, Dr. Bob Tastics. I was thinking about him, where he normally will not check left side swamp unless that's the item to open up it. And I was thinking about him, I just watched a race he commented. There's an 18% chance there's progression if hookshot is not the last item, and 11% if hookshot is the item, and I was like, well, I'll check left side swamp anyway, and yeah.
Question from the chat, Songleaves. Can you take us through your process? Why did you go into Ice Palace with a fake flipper early?
Because I knew I wouldn't have to, I could full clear it with my current items, and there's nowhere else I could.
Yeah, that's what we figured as well. We knew there was no progression there, and you could kind of always go back there, but you could always get the next step of progression ahead of time.
What?
So it's never a terrible idea to clear a dungeon early if you can.
Yeah, that's basically my thought process. I was really happy to find the Thieves down.
Yeah, finding that hammer in Thieves Town certainly helped with the getting that big chest. Another question I was going to ask you was not going back for the big chest in Swamp Palace.
That was actually, I believe that had, I think it had to be either a map or compass. I don't quite remember.
Okay, because I thought I had saw you pick up both, but I could have been mistaken.
It's actually big key locked. I think the big key locked itself.
No, the big key was on Argus.
Well, then, I don't know. I was just my logic was just flawed. I thought there's nothing there, and there was, I guess.
So in any case, this does get you up to 2-1. So how are you feeling in the tournament so far?
This is you know, best I've been in any tournament. This is my 3rd tournament right now. I started in the Key Sandy one.
bentglasstube making its way through Ice Palace right now. I don't think he does not release the go mode. He does not have the bow, so he's going to check out all of the rooms.
Yeah, bentglasstube has already been to Turtle Rock. Actually went back to Turtle Rock just to check Mammoth Cave and didn't see anything there. Yeah, at this point, he needs to go Waterfall of Wishing to get the Ice Rod, excuse me, and also needs to go get the Powder and Mire and then head to the Bow Magic Bat.
He did not opt to bomb jump. I guess with the cane and an early key, you don't really need to.
All right, so Songleaves, any final thoughts?
It was an interesting seed. I liked it.
Yeah, actually, it was actually kind of a fast seed after we got out over the initial kind of nightmare troll stuff.
Be interested in watching watching this later and seeing how my opponent and I our routes diverged, because I feel like it was really open and there was a lot of places.
Yeah, I mean the short version basically was bentglasstube waited forever to go face Aga, whereas you basically, once you had the means to do it, you went and did it, and then basically made the plays to go. You made the plays. You did the sequence breaks basically for Ice Palace. And then when you decided to go into do your first dip into pod, that's when you got the flippers. And basically, bentglasstube basically has done pretty much everything he could before even thinking about any of the other pendant dungeons.
We I do want to point out that bentglasstube just had a really good cold stare fight.
Yes,
we're talking something like a 3 or 4 second cold stare fight after he broke out of the ice.
Yeah, and doing Hobo here, I imagine we'll also do Waterfall of Wishing, so we'll probably see bentglasstube get the Ice Rod here, and having already done 2 trips into Turtle Rock, well, I would say maybe go, but probably not. Well, Songleaves, you are certainly welcome to stick around with us, and
yeah, I'll just stick around. You know, I don't know if, you know, I don't really have much to say, but if something pops up, I might, you know, throw something in.
Certainly.
bentglasstube is going to turn in the mushroom, so that's going to eliminate his opportunity to do fake powder, unfortunately. He will get Ice Rod as he's heading on up to the Zora area.
Barons are bow is on magic bat. The powder is in mire.
While he's going over some old areas, I'll bring up the schedule for tonight. 3 a.m. we have Vasco's first Scooby D on Speed Gaming 3. At 5 a.m. Haha Cell versus Nikki Knoll on Speed Gaming 1. And 6 a.m. D2 Kemps versus Newbie 404 on Speed Gaming 3. And then we have another race at 9 a.m. and 10 a.m.
Certainly still have lots of randomizer going on for the night.
Well, take my advice. Don't sleep. Watch Link to the Past Randomizer. bentglasstube, I believe, is thinking about what he wants to do next.
Yeah, he hasn't forfeited. I'm watching the... Oh, there he goes.
Oh, credit to bentglasstube. He's going to try to see the see-through.
Absolutely. He certainly deserves a follow as well as Songleaves. Be sure to follow both these runners on Twitch. They put on a good show for us today.
Looks like he's going to head on up and finish off Turtle Rock. But he's going to have to head into Mire and get the powder at this point. Heading right on back into Turtle Rock.
Alright, so... Okay, sorry.
Go ahead.
I know, I was gonna say, knowing what bentglasstube has done at this point, he's already been to Desert, he's already been through Turtle Rock, he's been through Pod and Eastern, so I would have to think after finishing Turtle Rock, he's gonna go check Mire.
I would think so too. I don't believe he has anywhere else to check. He's kind of just hoping that he might kill two birds with one stone before he has to double dip, which I don't blame him. All he has to do here is go in and clear out Mrs. Nexus' baby boy.
Yeah, as we like to say, this is go moding a dungeon. You basically go right for the boss and take the boss out. Although he's got to be careful, only 2 hearts left. Now 1.
One.
Picks up the one there.
He has some fairies. Nope, he's gonna use one of them right here. We're just forgetting he has to hit the switch first.
Mr. Spoke's asking what, according to the credits, what was on the pedestal. It was a heart container.
Having a key? Because he's already cleared laser bridge? Or has he? He has. He's doing the escape hatch.
Yeah, he's just taking the safety door.
At this point, if all you're trying to do is finish the game and there's no race going on, yeah, I would do the same thing.
Alright, here we go. Bentglasstube is on his way into Trinex.
Know why this boss is called Trinex?
Because that's what his mother named him.
No, he has 3 necks.
I know I've been the one with all the puns, but I'm gonna go ahead and do my usual pun reaction of and Bentglasstube takes a death.
Still has a fairy. No, he does not.
No, he doesn't.
I only have 2 answers for that joke, so I can't ask it again.
You were missing the Samaria hint there. But the Samaria block where Bentglasstube did it, you can walk through and one block will hit two switches, but you can get through it fast enough.
Well, it is now the NHL playoffs. There's some ice on the arena here.
Gotta be careful down to 4 hearts.
Yeah. Whoop.
Into the second phase. Down goes Trinex.
That's the worst time I get a heart refill.
Now, okay, so this is going to be some new information, because Trinex was, or the other 5-6 crystals, so I imagine this is heading over to Fat Fairy.
Yes, yes, that's correct. Though, really, there can't be too much on the Fat Fairy. What I'm afraid of is there's going to be a shovel on the Fat Fairy or something. And with Aghanim killed, you can take this nice shortcut up to drop off the bomb. You're back, walk straight up the bridge, walk into the warp under the awning here. And voila, you're here.
Alright, let's see what those two items are. Just a piece of heart and 20 bucks.
Alright, this is the point where he should be heading for Meyer.
Here's hoping.
Nope, can't save and quit back to the light world right now.
That's also because of the Aghanim 1 kill.
And having a mirror.
There we go, there's the Meyer play.
The game won't lock you up behind the Dark World.
So even though bentglasstube will find the powder, he doesn't know that the powder is what's locking the bow, so I imagine he'll keep going after getting the powder.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's just to get the other item, but he may be thinking this is a pedestal seed at this point. I bet you anything he's going to head straight to the desert right after this, too.
We shall certainly find out here shortly. I think he's already been to desert, so it's really just a matter of, if he thinks it's a pedestal seed, we'll see him go to Vitreous and go to Lamulus. If he nopes out once he gets a second item, then he's not counting on it being a pedestal seed just yet.
And then he'll probably go turn the powder. There's the powder. Pause for a second to think about it.
Still going, however.
There's a unfortunate death. He's gonna head back in to go get his second item.
Now, we should point out at this point, bentglasstube knows the Songleaves is 1. We're using a SRTV race room to proctor the race, so he will have seen that Songleaves won. At this point, this is just sheer will to finish this race, which props to bentglasstube for soldiering on and trying to finish this seed. Heading into the rarely seen bonefish room in Randomizer. Normally, you don't come in here unless you need the key. Using that powder there to get some health back. Alright, gets a second item there. And looks like he is going to nope out, so he's still banking on that this is not a pedestal seed. We'll see if he turns in Magic Bat here. And that certainly looks like what he's doing. And there we go. At 2 hours, 19 minutes, and 40 seconds, bentglasstube is now officially in go mode.
And at last, bentglasstube is in go mode.
Yep, and he's heading right for Pod and Eastern. That's all he's got left.
But he's gonna go do Eastern first. At this point, this is tilt, right?
What do you mean?
Well, you still need to clear pods, so why wouldn't you go into the Dark World first and do that and then mirror out?
I honestly can't say at this point. Yeah, I honestly don't have an answer for you on that.
I think you just realized it too. This might be exhaustion, which I don't blame him for trying to be exhausted too.
I mean, I don't know where bentglasstube lives, but it is officially 2 a.m. here on the East Coast.
Yes.
And here we go on the Armos Knights.
Yep. This should be a quick fight. And he gets him, so he's now 1 crystal away from completing the game up to Gan's Tower.
It looks like now he's gonna walk back over to Pod, go in the portal, and then go take on Helmusar.
Yeah, this is all tilt. I don't blame him at all.
No, certainly not. Even the most experienced runners, sometimes you just get tilted and just have no idea what you're doing. It happens to the best of us. Again, major props to him for sticking it out.
At this point, I don't see this lasting any longer than another 20 minutes. You just gotta head to Gan's tower and finish the game.
Pretty much. I mean, we really haven't talked about it all that much, but this was quite this. We knew this was quite the seed early on, and it still turned out to be. You needed to go to 2 pendant dungeons to get progression.
If Songleaves wasn't sequence breaking, this would have been an over 2-hour seed for him easily. Like this is a little annoying.
Oh, but.
Oh,
bentglasstube forgot the big key.
Big key. Alright, he's gonna go back and get it. Keep going. Alright, heading onto the right side, he was bow locked before. Didn't use a potion glitch.
Yeah, I think it's just the 4th bottle and a small key is in the bow locked area.
But he does need that key to get to the big key.
There is that.
Okay, on to the back side. There is the butter sword. And there's his big key.
Now we'll head back to Homosar.
Go straight on down. Do all harm this hallway.
Thank you to Tissues Luda for the Twitch Prime sub.
Alright, back on down towards Helmasaur.
Big key in tow. We are back on track.
Okay, keep on going. And here is Helmasaur.
He's sitting there thinking. There we go. And down goes back Helmasaur for bentglasstube. That will be crystal number 7, and he'll be making his way to Ganon's Tower.
Gotta do is go left and head to that Stopwatch room. No luck with that fairy, unfortunately. And into Ganon's Tower we go.
And because of the way the layout is set up, there won't. He's. I was gonna say he's gonna have to go left side at some point. He ain't even bothering. He's going left side right away.
All right. And there it is, the big key. And with 3 keys, he's worth enough to go climb up this tower.
Yep, you only need 1.
Have you ever climbed this without a key?
Say again?
Have you ever climbed this without a key?
No, because I know I need at least 1.
I've climbed this without a key before by accident. Sometimes you're just rushing and you don't pay attention.
So honestly, I came into this tournament on my first tournament in this Zelda Randomizer was the Key Sanity one, and there it was, you know, it stressed that you need to get at least 1 key, you know, if out in the overworld somewhere, so that was kind of drilled into me to where I never forgot about it.
What are the trouble with these mimics? Anyone know if he still has a fairy?
You can get 2 more here.
Yep, that's what he's gonna do.
All right, 2 hours, 39 minutes, 20 seconds. He's in the gauntlet.
Alright, Blue Horse Room. These enemies have a name. I don't know what to do. Told they're called Xezacs. Xezacs.
Yeah, there's so many names in here that I don't remember.
Well, some of them are Zelda staples. Xezacs is not a Zelda staple.
That is true.
Round 2 was probably my least favorite room in the game. This Nightmare Torch Room.
Gets it, no problem.
Yep. It's okay. Well, it costs him maybe a second or two. Or like 4 or 5, but you know, not much.
Just the bonk there to kind of avoid damage from the spikes. But using one of those anti-fairies to get health refill, there's the magic refill, and just a Troll Dorm 2 away from Agatu.
Oh, we checked the final chest. That is a shovel.
All right, we're into Agatu.
Oh, we're gonna see some Swagnet? Alright, and there is a double. With the net. He gets him.
There we go.
Is that true? Can you not hum with your nose closed?
I'm sorry, I missed that.
Dan just suggested that you can't hum with your nose closed. Is that true in any way?
I had a race where that was the line. I tried it. It's not impossible. The problem is you can't breathe, so you can't do it for long.
No. I believe he has another fairy.
Yep. I think he has 3. Or had 3. He's down to 1.
That's okay, the damage portion of this is pretty much over. My favorite one is sometimes when they quote a sweet police song. Bentglasstube getting the torch glitch. Just a single.
Misses the double there.
One arrow away.
Ooh, just missed it.
Oh. And that will do it. Really incredibly thrilled he stuck this out.
Yep, and that's an official SRTV time of 2 hours, 48 minutes, and 6 seconds. Spam those GGs in chat for bentglasstube.
We will move to 1 and 2. Not out yet, but at this point we'll have to run the table.
All right. Well, bentglasstube let us know that he is going to pass on the interview. So, again, I want to give a shout out to both of our runners, Songleaves and bentglasstube. Please give both of them a follow on Twitch, as well as our tracker It's a Demo. Shout outs to her for keeping track of all these items as we have been going through this race. Ridley Dragon, it has been a pleasure commentating with you.
Yes, absolutely. And give a big follow to Jex Refi. Not just a normal follow, a big follow.
As well as to Ridley Dragon. All right, with that, my bet is calling. If you want to keep watching, I think it's on Speed Gaming 3. We are going to have another race starting in 30 minutes. So be sure to stay tuned to all the Link to the Past randomizer action happening this weekend and continuing on as this tournament goes on. And thank you for watching.
Have a good night, everybody.